Oh,
Morning.
it was a great night last night, wasn't it? Goals galore. Liverpool shooting on sight. You know, I think Arsenal got to look at that and think, crikey, Liverpool buzzing at the moment.
Absolutely. Listen, there were 3 games, 14 goals. There should have been a lot more goals because Liverpool have signed Gabby Agbonlahor. He's got Nunes on his back, but he just cannot find the target at all. He even managed to miss a penalty. Liverpool was sensational last night. At the same time, Chelsea were absolutely dreadful, and there's going to be a lot of soul searching at Chelsea, I think.
What do you think? What do you think is going on at Chelsea? Just when you think, hello, light at the end of the tunnel. Listen, it's not easy going to Anfield, but light at the end of the tunnel, and then they perform like that. It looks a bit of a mixture of a side to me. They just don't understand each other.
Well, they're not a team, and I think it's time now. 22 games in to shine a light on Mauricio Pochettino. He has a lot of love. People do say some positive things about him. There's a lot of blaming of Todd Bowley and the board and the signings and the recruitment, etc. However, on the pitch last night, Chelsea were hopeless, playing out from the back, getting embarrassed by Liverpool's high press, but keeping on doing it was ridiculous. No in-game management from Pochettino, and he's got a problem because they are a shambles. They looked it last night. They were terrible. He doesn't know his best 11. He's wasting Cole Palmer's talent, played him as a false nine. He wasn't even in the game last night. He's turning Raheem Sterling into a bang average Premier League player when we know he's better than that. His teams can't defend. They cannot play away from home. His midfield changes game after game, and he doesn't have a clue about that midfield. I'm looking at it last night. Enzo and Casado, £200 million worth of midfielders there. They were totally ineffective. They lost 4-1 with those two in centre midfield. And Thiago Silva is the big one for me. Pochettino and this Chelsea side are turning Thiago Silva's end of career into a complete nightmare. It's ruining his legacy. So I think questions now need to be asked of Pochettino and how he's managing those players.
Just one last thing about playing out from the backs. My pet hate. I don't mind if you're City or Liverpool, you know how to do it. There's no, you got to know who you're playing against, Adrian, and Liverpool are going to press you quickly. Not one coming at you, 3 coming at you. So you got to mix it up. You can play it around a little bit, but then knock it over them. You got to mix your game up. You can't keep trying to play it from the back when they're going to press you quickly, and they know what they're doing, they know how to do it, so you got to know who you're playing against, how far you can get by playing out of the back. Sometimes you just got to go long and just mix it up a wee bit.
I think you're right. It's one of my favourite things about you on Breakfast, Al, is when you have a rant about playing out from the back. I just sit back and it's pure entertainment. And last night, I was thinking about you last night because Chelsea, they couldn't even get beyond their own 18-yard line. They were
pointless.
It was embarrassing to watch. I was thinking to myself, why is Pochettino doing this? He was spending his time moaning at the referee. He had a bit of cause for that, but he should have been managing his own team. Playing out from the back at Liverpool, absolutely shambolic policy from Chelsea.
Adrian, when I'm watching the game, I'm looking at Chelsea and I'm looking at body language. I'm looking at a lot of them, and they just don't look like they're bothered about losing. I don't know if they're used to it now. It's been such a poor season, but some of the players, mate, like Casado, like you says, Fernandez, didn't look like they're interested. Chilwell was poor. Modric comes on and looks like he hasn't learned anything in the time he's been at Chelsea. Diassi, Badiashile. Honestly, mate, I could name all the players. I felt sorry for Chelsea fans last night, and the legend John Terry was in the crowd watching. I bet he wished he didn't go to that game last night.
Yeah, he was in the away end, and fair play to some of those Chelsea fans. They did stay right to the end and actually applauded the players as well. Listen, when your best player this season has been Conor Gallagher, mainly because he runs around a lot, it's been a pretty terrible season. There is a couple of positives for Chelsea. The keeper made some great saves. I know they lost 4-1, but he made some really good saves as well. And the other one is Christopher Nkunku. He came on, he scored a wonder goal.
Yes.
Lovely feat. He embarrassed Van Dijk. He's a proper footballer. He's got world-class talent, Nkunku. If they can keep him fit, they might have a chance of climbing the table a little bit. But mid-table is probably the best place they belong. That's probably flattering them a little bit. You're right. Some of those. I'm a big Ben Chilwell fan, but he was captain last night, and I'm looking for a little bit more leadership and a lot more quality from Ben Chilwell, especially with the Euros around the corner.
Nice one, Adrian. Adrian Durham there on last night's big one at Anfield.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.